Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As usual, my name is Brian Buvi. Um, as we watch this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share, comment something on the comment section. Tell me what you think about the video, what you like us to talk about. You can also ask any questions, and in my next video, I'll handle the questions that you guys might ask. So we've talked about tenders and procurement, and so many people now understand what is procurement and what are tenders. So today, guys, I'm going to take you through the tendering process. First, we are going to talk about open tenders. Open tenders are those tenders that have been advertised in the daily paper, in the PPIP, Public Procurement Information Portal, or in the company's websites. Those tenders have been advertised there so that any person who meets the criteria can participate. The tenders advertised, you download them from the sites, and then you look at the document, you go through it, see whether you have the things that are required. You prepare your document as per the requirements, you put your financial document, which is what you think you are able to offer, the services or the commodities, what price you're offering. So up to there, you've done your document, you present it to the procuring entity, they submit. So in a tender, there are some sections. When you present your document, you have other competitors who also present their document. So on the day of opening of the tenders, they have deadlines. So let's say a tender is being opened on 1st July 2021 at 10 a.m. If you bring your document 1 minute but the closing date or closing time, they cannot be able to accept that document. So on the day of the opening, the first thing that makes you eliminated is if you deliver your document late. Let's say you've submitted your document on time, it is time to open the documents. There is something that they call evaluation. There is something called uh, technical evaluation, that is the financial evaluation. So there are those things that have been told in the document. They tell you these things are mandatory documents. When a document tells you that you must provide that document, if at any chance you don't provide that document is eliminated automatically. For example, you are doing a tender for provision of cleaning services, and they have said the mandatory requirement in that bid, in that tender, is registration certificate, tax compliance, PIN certificate, business permit, NEMA certificate, audited reports. Let's say those are the mandatory documents. So if you prepare your document very well, it has everything. It looks nice, but it doesn't have any of the mandatory requirements. Your document will automatically be eliminated and disqualified. So guys, when you're preparing these documents, they are very expensive to make. They consume a lot of time. You use a lot of paperwork, you use a lot of net, your time. So guys, make sure that if something has been told that it is mandatory to be included in the tender document, ensure when you are doing your self evaluation of how you've done your document, ensure that you have done the document as per the specifications, or rather instructions. Ensure that you put all the mandatory requirements in your bid document. And when you plan in your document and when you arrange in your document, ensure that your document has a table of contents and page numbering, so that the person who is going to be evaluating your document can easily access the documents that you put in the document. For example, this person is looking for a business permit. You don't have a table of contents, your document is not numbered. They just start looking for perusing through the document, looking for the business permit. By any chance, if he flipped 2 pages and the business permit is in one of the flipped page, then they will say they have not seen a business permit, and because of you not organizing your work properly, that document will be eliminated. Not because you didn't comply or you didn't do your work properly, but your work was not neat. So anytime you're preparing your document, ensure that the document is neat. It has page numbering, it is stamped, it is signed. Everywhere that needs to be filled, you have filled. And you have a table of contents and chapters to explain so and so, like let's say the business permit is in chapter 4 according to the table of contents, page 50. I just look at the table of contents, chapter 4, page 50. I go to chapter 4, page 50, and I get the business permit. So ensure that you arrange your documents properly. So during the opening of the tender, there's something that we call preliminary evaluation. Preliminary evaluation is looking for those mandatory documents. Most of the time, they will look at the tax compliance. They will look at the site visit certificate. If that kind of job you're doing was required you to attend a site visit, or a compulsory meeting, pre-bid meeting. So if you have complied with the mandatory documents, your document will pass the preliminary evaluation. After the preliminary evaluation, they will go to something we call the technical evaluation. Most of the documents will be knocked out because of careless mistakes at preliminary evaluation. If you see a document being knocked out at preliminary evaluation, it is because you are not keen enough to observe the requirements of that document. Or probably you did not arrange your document in a way. A document might say it is compulsory for you to prepare a table of contents. They tell you do page numbering every page of the document. And then you don't number your page, your document. You don't prepare a table of contents. So that is what will make you to be eliminated at the preliminary evaluation level. Once your document has gone through the preliminary evaluation, they go to the technical evaluation. They go deeper into your document, because I told you, when somebody is trying to look for somebody to supply for them those goods or commodities or services, they will have to meet their criteria. So they will put a sieve of requirements. Those who don't go through the sieve, they are eliminated. Those who pass through, they go to the next level. So in the technical evaluation level, there they check at now they have already seen the registration certificate, they've seen the tax compliance, they have seen the business permit, they have seen you've numbered your document, they have seen you've stamped every page. So they will go to the technical evaluation. At the technical evaluation, they will look at the legitimacy of your documents. Some people forge documents. So they will look at your business permit. They'll look at that number. Is this number correct? If we contact the auditor of your documents, will he say that he audited your accounts? Ama you have just looked for a fake stamp and done your document in a careless manner. They will look at the tax compliance. Is the tax compliance valid? They will look at those kind of things. If they have said you provide CVs for the staff that you expect to perform certain kind of duties, and you put a CV of somebody who is not your employee, you Google or you stole CVs from other people just simply to meet the criteria. They will contact those people. So and so, do you work for company A, B? If yes, you pass through that level. If no, you are knocked out of that criteria. Other things that those guys might check at, they will look at the strength of your book of accounts. They want somebody who is able to supply probably a car. Are you able to supply or not? Are you able to perform the duties that they expect you to perform? Yes or no? If yes, you pass through. If no, you don't. So your book of accounts have to be in a certain way according to their requirement. So guys, in the technical evaluation, that is where your document, they will look into every detail of your document. Whether you are able to supply, whether you have the capacity to supply, whether your company is legitimate, whether you have a registered office, whether you have the staff and your staff are qualified for that specific job. That is technical evaluation. At technical evaluation, most of the people will be knocked out because they don't comply. You tried a job when you're still, you don't have a tax compliance. You tried to do a document when you know very well you don't have the financial capacity. They will knock you out at that specific level. So we come from the preliminary evaluation, we go to the technical evaluation, and now once you've passed through the technical evaluation, now your document goes through to the financial evaluation. Remember, many people have been knocked out in the previous evaluations. You start from the time that you present your document. Are you on time or are you late? You're knocked out. Now, preliminary evaluation. Have you done the mandatory documents? Are they in the document? Yes or no? If yes, you pass. If no, you're eliminated. Now you go to the technical evaluation where they check deeply into your document. Is the document compliant? Is it providing what is required? Yes, it goes through. No, it is knocked out. So in documents, when they're advertising for documents, there are many types of documents, as I've said before. So there are those procurement entities who will want to evaluate everything together: the preliminary evaluation, the technical evaluation, and the financial evaluation. That means the prices of the things that you're bidding for or you are asking for that job, you'll put together in one document. But there are those procuring entities who will want you to qualify from preliminary to technical. That is one document. Once you've passed through the technical evaluation, you will have another envelope called the financial bid, or envelope B, where they only invite those who have qualified from preliminary to technical. They invite them again for another tender opening to open the financial document. So if your document has not succeeded to go to the financial bid, they return your envelope B without opening it. Remember, guys, if you don't qualify for the financial evaluation and you find your financial envelope open, you can sue that procuring entity. So once you're done with the technical evaluation and you are going to the next level, they can either continue if it is one document, or invite you to open the financial bid if it is a different document. So in the financial document, they don't look at anything else apart from the prices. That's why they say we are going to award to the lowest evaluated bidder. Lowest evaluated means you have been evaluated from preliminary to technical and you have passed. Now a bunch of people will go to the financial evaluation. The rest will be knocked out. So those that go to the financial evaluation, the only thing they check now is your price. I'm buying this remote. I have succeeded, my document is okay, the legitimacy of the company, the ability of the company is okay. How much am I supplying it? This is where competition in terms of price comes in. Now, they don't look at your document, they don't look at the color of your document, the tidy of your document. They have already checked that. So in the financial document, they only check the prices that you put in your document. So company A will supply at 30 shillings, company B will supply at 40 shillings, company C will supply at 50 shillings. They have their market value. You might say you're going to supply this thing at 20 shillings and they know the market value is 40 shillings. So those who are at 30 and 10, they will not get this job because they obviously know you're not able to supply this thing. You have underquoted and the market value is 40 shillings, so they will knock you out. So guys, don't quote because you want to win. You quote to make profit and to get the job. Do not overquote and do not underquote. That is the most serious or important issue in financial evaluation. When you are quoting, make sure you're buying this remote at 30 shillings. Add profit and also remember to add the revenue because you have to pay taxes. So you look at this remote, I'm buying it at 30 shillings. How much profit do I want? I want 30% of 30 shillings. I don't know how much that is right now. But let's say it's 10 shillings. So that is 40. 40, remember you have to pay taxes. You add 16% of 40. You add 40 plus VAT. So that when you finally get the job to supply, you will supply probably at 46 shillings. 6 shillings is for the revenue authority, 10 shillings is your profit, and 30 shillings goes back to the capital. It is the capital that you employed into that business. So the lowest evaluated bidder will be awarded with that job. So probably in my example, the person with the 40 shillings per remote will get that job because he's the lowest evaluated. He has not underquoted and he has not overquoted. 50 will not get the job because there's somebody supplying at 40 shillings. Those are the open tenders. That is how they evaluate, and again you get an award letter that you've been given that job, and you're given a certain period to supply after the contract or the LPO has been given to you. LPO is a local purchase order or local service order. So those people who don't get, as I said before, you are notified that you are not qualified to get that job, and they give you the reason as to why you are not able to get that job. Probably it's because you quoted low, you are not the lowest of an evaluated bidder, or probably you did not supply, you did not, in your document did not have certain things, so they will tell you why you are not the winner of the contract. That is how things should go in the valuation process of a tender document. There's also another kind of document called the quotation. Quotation, as I said, when you have been pre-qualified or registered as a supplier in a company, now they don't give out tenders for anybody to try. They give them to restricted kind of people. They are called restricted tenders. You are pre-qualified, they'll only give the people who are registered as suppliers to that entity the quotation. Quotation, you don't attach all these things because they already have them. They got them the time that you are given your documents to be pre-qualified or registered as a supplier in that particular entity. So when you're given a quotation, you just attach the mandatory things that they have asked. Probably they'll ask for tax compliance because tax compliances keep on expiring. They will just want you to update those documents that expire, the county permit. But probably they might not ask for your registration certificate. They might not ask for your profile. They might not ask for your CV. They might not ask for your audited accounts because they already have them in their books. So they will only ask for those things that are expiring with time, something like the tax compliance, the business permit, and then there are things that you're supposed to fill, something like the confidential business questionnaire. That is a questionnaire that talks about your business in a short term, like in brief. You say what is your company, where is your office, which bank do you bank with, how much, what is your ability, how much are you able to supply, what is your financial capability. So who is the director, the contacts, the email. You fill that document, you fill your price, you compete with a few registered suppliers in that particular entity, and the lowest bidder gets the job. Those are the restricted tenders. So guys, I hope you have understood the tendering process. That is how it is. Unless there is corruption, that is the process of the tendering process. That is how you're supposed to look at the document when it is advertised in the daily papers, in the institution's portal, in the public procurement information portal. Download it, go through it, fill your document, prepare your document properly, submit it, go to a tender opening process. They do the preliminary evaluation, they do the technical evaluation, then they go to the financial evaluation, and after the financial evaluation, the lowest evaluated bidder is awarded with the job. Those who have not been qualified, who have not been awarded the job, they are given a regret letter showing that you are not the awarded contractor because of reason A, B, and C. So thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate your support. Please subscribe to my channel. Like, comment something on the comment section. Advise me if something I've gone wrong or I've said something that is not true. Tell me. Ask questions so that we can also tackle them. I can answer them in my next video. Before I do, I just have a session where I answer your questions. And share, let people know about the tendering process. This is a very good opportunity for those people who have knowledge in it. Some people open companies but they never succeed at getting the tenders because they don't know the process of the tendering process. Until next time guys, thank you, bye bye.